Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. I am Muhammad Azim Fitri. Today I will talk about introduction to study habit and strategies. First, importance of study habit and strategies. Effective study habit and strategies are essential for our academic success and lifelong learning. However, managing study time and applying effective technique can be challenging. The next is, what is study habit? Study habit is involve routine such as time management, goal setting, frequent review, note, and create a good study space. So next, what is study strategies? Study strategies include methods like note taking, self-testing, and group study to enhance learning efficiency. The next thing is our objective. Our objective is the first objective is to investigate study time preference, like determine if student prefer study time. Second is analyze student method, like explore various study method used by student. Third is identify note effectiveness, like assess how effective student find their note taking practice. The last one is determine weekly study time, like calculate the total study time student spend each week. The next is I will talk about methodology. Okay, the methodology is the population is student from various Malaysian universities. The sample size is 62 students. The sampling technique that used is stratified sampling based on gender, age, study level, faculty, university, study hours, study time, study method, and review frequency. The data collection is collected from online questioning. The data analysis method, first, the preferred study time, include in frequency table and pie chart. The study method is frequency table and bar chart. The note effectiveness is frequency table and pie chart. And the last one, weekly study time, is frequency table, histogram, or give central tendency, dispersion, and distribution shape.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Putri Ayushina binti Rashidi and I will present about the qualitative variable. To achieve this study, I need to relate back to our first objective, which is to investigate the study time for each student preferred. In table 3.1, we can see the time of day, such as early morning, late morning, afternoon, evening, and late night. There are also the number of students and the percentage. Next, in figure 3.1, the pie chart shows that most of the students prefer to study at late night, which is 60%. The others such as early morning, late morning, afternoon, evening are respectively based on table 3.1. Next, our second objective is to analyze student study methods in many ways. Example of study methods in the table is reading textbooks, making notes, group study session, online resources or videos, and practice exam or quizzes. There are also number of students in the table. For figure 3.2, the bar chart shows that several students found doing practice exam are most effective by 49 students. Group session became the lowest of methods by 16 students. Last but not least, our third objective is to identify the effectiveness of student notes. The frequency of students reviewing their notes based on the table is daily, weekly, before exam only, and rarely, followed by number of students and their percentage in the table. In figure 3.3, the pie chart shows half of the percentage review the notes bi-weekly, following by before and exam only with 24%, rarely by 15%, and lastly daily by 11%.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Asabila binti Hassan. Now I will present the type of variable, which is a quantitative variable based on objective from the question. The question is, how many hours do you spend studying per week excluding class time? And the objective from this question is to determine the amount of time spent on study time per week. So the table 4.1 is show the frequency distribution table, and the data show are online questionnaire collected from random university or institutions. From frequency distribution table, we can see a total of 38 students out of 62 students who answer the online questionnaire spend their study time around 9 to 10 hours in a week. Only a few students spend study time around 1 to 5 and 21 to 25 hours, and then around 11 to 50 hours and 60 to 20 hours is show 30 and 9 number of students spend study time per week respectively. So from data, we analyze using the histogram graph like on the slide. So for the next explanation, we want to analyze data using the frequency polygon to represent the frequency of observation within a class interval. Figure 4.2 is a polygon graph of the frequency of hours spent studying as preferred by students. It shows that the graph is skewed to the right or positively skewed distribution. The third one is we analyze data using the Aussie graph. The figure 4.3 is the ogive graph, and the type of ogive used are less than ogive. We use less than ogive a given graph because it's more appropriate with variable. For example, we can see how much time students spend in the less than 5 hours. From the graph, only one student tends to spend less study time than 5 hours.
So now it's my turn to continue this discussion for objective 4, which is to determine the amount of time spent to study for a week by using measure of center tendency and measure of dispersion, while our data is group data, so we're using formula measure of center tendency for group data. First, I show the table of calculation for frequency, cumulative frequency, fs, and also fx power of 2. So we continue with our calculation for means. Means equal to sum of fs over sum of f, so equal to 7.5968 hours. So as mentioned, it means for mean 62 students in some of universities spend their hours for a study a week for an average of 7.6 hours. For the median, first we need to find median location first. For this case, median location is 61. The median is at the 31 position by referring to the table cumulative frequency of that given. 31 position is located at second classes, which is 6 until 10 classes. And then we need to find the median using formula median. And the answer for this case is median equal to 9.4474. And this means that 50% of students spend hours lower than 9.4474, and 50% of students spend hours more than 9.4474. And for the mode is equal to 8.4839, and most of students among some of universities spend hours to study for 9.4839 hours per week studying. Next for the measure of dispersion to find variance and standard deviation and also shape of distribution. We use the table same before, and for the variance is equal to 73.8511 and standard deviation equal to 8.5937. Explanation is on the average, the variance of each hour from the mean hours is 73.8511 unit square, and for the shape of distribution is negatively skewed. We have calculated the mean equal to 7.5968, median equal to 9.4474, and modes equal to 8.4839. This means that mean equal to mean less than median more than mode. Therefore, the shape is skewed to the right.
Assalamualaikum. Today I will share what we learned about how students like to study. The first one I will say is about the preferred study time. 16% students like to study late at night. 26% prefer early morning. Then 1% prefer in the late morning. 8% in the afternoon, and 5% on the evening. Next is about the study method. The best way to study according to students is by doing practice, exam and quiz. That was agreed by 49 students. Then the other way is making note. That was agreed by 38 students. Then 35 students using online resources or videos. 19 students reading textbook. 16 students say group study session. Next, effectiveness of note. 15% of students review their note weekly. 24% look at them before exam. Then 15% rarely review. And the last one is 11% check time daily. Next is most study time per week. Most students study 6 to 10 hours a week. That was agreed by 38 students. Then 13 students study 11 to 15 hours. 9 students study 16 to 20 hours. And a few study at 1 to 5 or 21 to 25 hours each. Conclusion that I can say based on this slide is this finding can help us understand how students study and improve their learning. That is all. Thank you.